Hey Techno Studs, before we wrap up this module, let's jump into our corporate network and see what requirements are on our corporate network. Here's our corporate network. And if we were going to be doing subnetting with this corporate network, we'd first of all have to figure out how many hosts we need and how many networks. Hosts is the easy part. Let's start out with hosts. So to figure out the hosts, all I need to do, since we're not doing VLSM at this point, is just look at the largest network that we need, which is right here, 1,351, and that's how many usable hosts we need. That's at least how many we need right now. We may want to factor in some growth. So let's say we're going to factor in maybe around 600 more end users or end devices going to be added to this network over the next 3 years. Generally, you plan things at least 3 years out. So if I factor that in, that's going to be about 1,900. We'll round it up. We'll say about 2,000. So let's say that that network is going to need to be at 2,000. And that's our needs. And so since we're just doing basic subnetting, that's going to be the needs across the board. So that's how many hosts. Let's take a look at how many networks we need. So how many networks we need, we count them up. We've got the end user device or the access network. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 of those right there. But we also have the connections between all of these different networks. So the connections between, these are networks as well that we need to count. So, and there's just probably going to be just two usable hosts on each one because you have a IP address on one side and an IP address on the other side, but we need to count those. So if I were to count those out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21. So in total, we have a need for 31 networks right here. So we need to plan for 31 networks and 2,000 hosts. And then at this point, you know where to take it from there because you've been practicing the IP subnetting. So now you'd be able to take this and use our other method that we've already talked about to figure out how to subnet this network. Of course, the one other piece of information you would need to know is what address you're given in order to figure out what the network looks like. But essentially, this is how you determine those requirements for the network.